Hello. Excellent. Hello, we are playing Whisper. We are going to see some cool people recap from what's been happening recently. So on Friday, the crew met the folks of Holt, which are outer folk, and did really good. We saw what Osiria looks like in Super Saiyan 4. And then they killed ducks. That was pretty insane. Fixed a environmental disaster caused by those gibbet mana batteries, nothing to do with Warriors forces. Innocent. Failed to deliver some mail. Made really good friends with the people of Holt because Krieg was generous instead of being greedy. It was fascinating. And then they suggested meeting up with some people from Delve. And then on Saturday, we went there, and they are a fantastic art-based society that make just the most beautiful things just everywhere. Every faction and facet of art, they have someone there. And their art resonates with everyone in a physical way. Or in a spiritual way. Even not in a religious way, but spiritually. You guys feel your magic stirring when you look at this artwork. And they traveled with a member of their community named Mai, who is working on becoming a tattoo artist, and they saw more of the world. And then Cass got super wounded because somebody played a prank on him, and he almost died. And now today is the day that two people from the web ball game have to go make introductions at a city called Hymnal. So we have Nichol, who is played by Professor Winter.
To repeat from the web ball game? What?
And we have Seth, who is played by Seth.
Howdy and good evening.
We have Cash, who is played by Soap.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
And Caram, who is played by Prophecy.
Pleasure to be here.
So, you four, and Peanut will be, discussing with you. It's okay, alright, everyone. Today's the day. We're gonna send you over to Hymnal. We have very little information about these people. What we have managed to collect is we know they are incredibly pious people. They all... And, I can't pinpoint... And you look at Peanut, and he looks at you with almost a sense of shame about this. That he can't pinpoint what they worship. He can't find a god. He can't find obviously the Onis kind of worship the spirits, but through artwork. And the not the otters, the Mayor, they worship Beezus, and his whole vibe of just take it very nice and slow. Hymnal, they have no idea. But they do know they're incredibly pious. And he looks at it and just and he just looks at Caram, looks at Nichol, he's okay. And he looks at Seth and he's and he looks at Cash and Caram and he's alright, Nichol, Officer Trafford, I'm really gonna need you to do me a favor on this one.
I'll do everything I can. What's the job?
So I know that, and he just nods, just in a former life of yours, you rubbed elbows with the elite of Parliament. You knew how to show up, show out, well-fashioned, well-groomed. Be respectful and presentable.
All right, at least for one thing, I do have one thing that'll help out with that when we get there.
It's excellent, because these people look down on everyone for any reason. I expect, and he makes eye contact with Caram real quick. He's just I expect you will be insulted. I need you to check yourself a little bit. rein that in.
Well, if nothing else, that sounds a lot like a few things I had to do back in my my old life as well.
And he's just like, excellent. And he's like, and just in case, and he like pulls Cash into the room. He's just like, I'm sending a doctor. Just in case. Do not need them. And then
Why
he's just
are why
Oh,
are
go
we
ahead.
trying to speak to a group of people that are so bigoted?
we are not 100% not. Well, to be honest, Vatna says that we need to build a tower up here in order for us to more explore and follow the rest of these signals. This is the location Vatna says that it needs to be placed. We have no right to that land. It is in between consonant and hymnal. At any point, either one of those groups could tear down the tower and we would have no recourse about it. And I would like to avoid full-scale war. So we need to suck it up and make allies.
And of the two, hymnal's our only real choice.
I mean, unless you think we have a better shot with Bobbert right now. I'm willing to
We
make the
don't.
discussion. Okay. It's like, I'm sure, and he like makes it, like, you see him flip to the back of his book and it just says all hands. And then like it says Enchante under it, and he adds to, at the end of it, it's just like discussion about Bobbert. And he closes the book. He's like, we'll have that talk, I'm sure. It's just like, anyway, we don't want to approach them in a large group. The rest of us are going to stay back here and delve. I hear the judging an art contest or something today. I'm not 100% sure on this one. It's just like, we're going to keep up appearances here, make nice friends with our new friends, the Delvin. And just, I need you four to play nice.
Okay, I love you, Peanut.
We'll do our best.
We'll do everything we can to make this job work.
Yes, I'm sure it'll go over swimmingly.
He's like, excellent. And then like he like this whole time he's been sitting on one of those like stools that can swivel around. He swivels around and goes back to painting his self-portrait. So, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys, the whole crew, still in Delve, working on your artwork or finishing your artwork. And for the rest of you, Nichol, roll me a 20-sider real quick.
All right.
To a
Ooh.
great start.
That is not a good start.
All right, Nichol rolled a 1. Nichol, why were you super late to the city? To Hymnal. It's like, what happened? Did the airship break down?
Well, the airship was having a bit of trouble since we're trying to wean itself off the batteries, and beyond that, thanks to an unfortunate incident, the bomb, the fashion fumes bomb went off a bit early, so it needed an extra couple hours to make sure it recharged properly.
Absolutely. So you guys step off the airship and you're like walking into town. You see a couple guards in full plate mail, but the plate mail it's opaque glass. And like as soon as you stop hustling, because like you're already late for the meeting, you get to stop and look around, and you don't see anybody in this city other than the guards at the entrance. And all the structures are made of smooth, clear glass. I mean, some of them are more opaque than others. They have plants growing around like ridges and like basically public gardens everywhere. It smells incredible. Like the whole city smells like lavender. And like it's a beautiful city, and I think that this is probably a component to what's slowing you guys up. You guys all kind of stopping and looking around.
Yeah, we're being real tourists here.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good one. Yeah, each one of you get to ask me a question about this city, about the visuals of the city, and like we'll treat that is why you are getting the one, but I'll give you a little something for it too. Like, what part of the city would Cash be interested in?
I think you'd be admiring the gardens.
Oh, these gardens are amazing. They like everything in there has a basically like a smell profile, a scent profile that works so well with the next one, and you start to realize you can identify which street you're on by smell.
Interesting.
Like, you guys definitely get turned around, and you end up back on the same street again, and you can tell you're on that street because of, like, the smell, and not just the way it smells, but the way that smell makes you feel, the memories that it's tied to. Like, that street is a rainy morning with a little bit of melancholy.
Very familiar smell.
Alright, Caram, what do you think Caram would be looking at, or looking for?
He's wondering why he's not seeing any people.
Oh, okay. You can hear in the distance, there appears to be some kind of sermon going on. And like, it's quite a ways off, but you can hear the sermon, or maybe you can feel it more resonating off of the glass walls of these buildings. It's just like, and you realize, oh, you are late for church. Seth?
Do any of the buildings look... trying to think of the word. Do the doors look like open or cracked, or does anything look like a store that would be welcoming?
Oh, all of the stores looked like fascinating. You can see inside them. Like, there is a store that is selling glass jewelry, and like some of it like, based on the pricing, the clearer the glass is, the more it costs. There are some pieces that the only way you can even tell that they are there is if the light hits it right. Like, but there's nobody in the shop. And they are like closed up, but you can look right through these windows. There are no curtains. You can see all the way like into the back of the rooms. Some are like frosted glass for like offices, but otherwise you can like window shop to your heart's content.
There's no one even indoors.
No, they are all at the church. And Nichol, what's Nichol looking at?
I'm mainly looking at the architecture, like especially the towers, the areas that look like would be where the important people are.
Alright, yeah, you can definitely see there is a hierarchy of these buildings. Like, most of these buildings are as crystal clear as can be, and but the further in that you get, you actually stand a chance of running into them. It's like, that's how clear they are. Like, the first floor doesn't have anything, and the furniture and stuff doesn't start until the second floor, just so at the bottom it looks like it's floating on air. Like, that's the architectural design. And but the further in you get, the closer to the church you get, the buildings almost appear as if they're not there. And like that is how they determine. You can tell that they determine wealth. The most important people are going to be in those crystal clear buildings. And then obviously the further out, like the walls of the city, or like not the walls, but the outermost buildings are almost cloudy. But you are all able to make it to where your meeting was supposed to be, but now that you were quite late, you see a large crowd. An incredibly large crowd surrounding a crystal tower that it does have like the framing around it, and it looks elegant. And Seth, you can feel it coming off of it. It's not the same as the buzzing of Beezus, but it is powerful. And the resonance that it's given off as this priest like delivers his sermon, you can really feel it inside of you.
Does it feel like positive, or does it feel kind of icky?
I would say it feels it's uplifting. Like it is a pleasant feeling.
Okay. Definitely want to wait until this is completely over before we speak to anybody. They might have a dinner afterwards. Just kind of wait it out.
And then you, like, as you get close, you begin to be able to make out the words. And it's like, in times of darkness, offer up your fire, surrender your fear. Place your faith in the resonance where love brings forth tears. Entrust your heart and bequeath your fate. Extend your hand when love ushers hate. With prayers devout, stand on your feet, for the vibrance will fill up the seats. Surrender your sins, relinquish your lies. Whisper your love, and to you, the resonance will whisper in kind. And then the whole audience like claps in perfect unison, like at the exact same time. And then the whole city is still, like not a sound. Like if somebody dropped a pin outside the city, you would hear it. And then everybody stands up, bows, and let those words resonate within your soul, dear brethren. For the wisdom we shall find solace, and in unity, in the harmonious energy that connects us all. May the resonance guide and uplift us all. And then everybody like starts like moving around. You can hear their clothes rustling, and like you can hear them talking amongst themselves, and they all like shuffling off into the city. And they are all Sphinx cats. Every single one of them. Like very fashionable. Like many are wearing robes. Like the first people out are all wearing robes. And then you see the next wave of people. And then you'll notice that the next wave were not the people sitting the closest. They were the people that were sitting in the back. They waited till the others left, and now they are beginning to filter out. And these people, you would probably call them more your working class people. Like they are wearing like jeans, and like you see like some of them got cuts and stuff. And they like these ones, as they pass by, they are looking at you, and they are like some of them are waving, and some of them are like pointing out your outfit. And one of them stops at Cash, and he's just like, I like your glasses.
Oh, thank you.
And he says, and he snaps his fingers. I bet you guys are from the Silver Thimble. We heard about you. and like somebody walks past him. He's like, yeah, I'll catch up.
Are these all this working class group? Are they all Sphinx cats as well?
Yes. And like normal Sphinx cats, they have many different patterns and different amounts of fur on them. So some of them have absolutely no fur. Some of them have like tufts. Some of them definitely have like strong, like almost like cotton candy sideburns.
Does this look like... What was the name of the individual we were given to speak with?
You are sent to you are sent to speak with Father Salamedius Grandmain. Oh yeah, sorry. I have to make it very clear. These guys are all humanoid. They are tall. They are not Sphinx cat size. These guys range anywhere from like your 4.5 feet to about 7 feet. They can be all over the place. And they are all wearing fantastic outfits.
Respond. Yeah, that's us. Who are you?
It's like, oh, I'm Reggie.
Pleasure to meet you, Reggie. I'm Nichol Trafford. I'll let everyone else introduce themselves.
So these guys are all like going away. So I'm just gonna delete those. Don't freak out. They're not dead. I won't put you guys on the screen though. Oh, also, you will see that the priest has turned around and returned through the doorway. He was speaking from in front of a church, and now he has gone back inside. The only way you guys could have like gotten to him before was you would have had to run and like scream for him to get his attention. And you would have had to like cut through the crowd. I don't think any of you are going to do that. But I'll let you. I'll let you make mistakes. I'm cool.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, at least talk with the locals. Make sure we understand one thing before we do something incredibly stupid.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Seth.
And like Reggie puts out his hand, and it's just like pleasure.
I return in kind.
And I'm Dr. Cash.
A doctor, huh?
Yeah. I may not totally look like it, but I am of a medical profession.
You got a creepy smile, man. Anybody ever tell you got a creepy smile? Ha! I'm just joshing you. He pats you on the shoulder. It's like you guys here for like the sermon? What's up? Like, he's just like, wait. And he sees Seth and he sees Nichol. He's like, are you guys here bringing web ball?
Well, I mean, that would be one thing we'd like to do, but of course we would need to make sure to get permission. We wouldn't want to do anything here with, without making sure people here are okay with it.
He claps his hands together. He's just, hot damn! That's fantastic. What? It's just like, you guys gotta tell me. You gotta tell me right now. Like, please. It's a little bit of an argument between me and my friends. Is it staged? Like, was that scripted? Was it all planned? Seth, did you really get hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only planned sport is wrestling. That one is fake.
Oh, and he's just like, I know some Beatles that wouldn't hear that. Let me. Just like you don't.
I'm just joking. I don't know.
There's some corners of color. That get you stabbed. you can't say that. And he's like, he slaps your shoulder too. He's just like, I'm just kidding. Just, I mean, the belt's real though.
Oh yeah. I touched it. Before we go any further, anything really, really important we should know? Any faux pas? We don't want to offend anybody. This is a new culture.
Are you straight up asking him?
I'm asking him.
Okay. He's just like, nah, they're a little bit high strung up here, but like, they're cool. I guess, like, what is that? What are you not supposed to do here? Don't talk when he's talking. Don't interrupt. Don't put your face on the glass. Any of it. Never leave a smudge. And don't set foot in the church on penalty of death. That's it. That's the main thing. Those are the.
What was that last one?
Oh, don't set foot in the church on penalty of death.
Oh.
Gruesome, horrific death. I'm sorry.
No. That's all right. I figured that last part was implied.
I'm not quite as pious as the others,
Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, but like if you guys are ever down in Cullet, hit me up. And like Reggie's just like, he starts heading the same path that you guys just came up.
I like him.
Yeah, he seemed pretty reasonable to start. Bit concerned about the high-strung comment, though, but not much we can do about that.
Yes.
He's at the low end of being promptus. I feel we're in trouble.
I mean, at least we're not going in blind anymore.
That's really set in stone what we're going to have to deal with today.
So, Nichol, when you used the fashion bomb, how's everybody dressed?
I think with this, probably would have waited until we could at least see a couple of people there. Definitely not looking like the high priest types. I would say more. I'm thinking more like a sort of like a neutral professional, like not necessarily super ostentatious, like looking important but not showy, sort of thing.
Okay. So what's that look like for each one of you? Like, Seth, are you rocking Beezus? Are you rocking the robes, but like maybe like a more like city version of them? You know what I mean?
Actually, no.
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 Right.
I'd be wearing like an actual 3-piece suit, because wouldn't be 4-piece because there's no pants.
Mm-hmm.
But the vest, the shirt, the tie, not a bow tie. Fuck bow ties. But a regular tie, and it's blue, and the outer jacket's really long, so it covers the bottom. It's like professional. Like, I'm gonna do your taxes. Professional.
Nika is also as shocked as I am. It's like, fuck bow ties. Bow ties are great. I don't want to have to kill a character over a bow tie, but
That was that was just fuck bow ties.
Bow tie killed my mom.
Bow tie killed my...
What's that? Cash? Well, how are you dressed?
He's very... The best way to describe what I think of is very conservative and very like dark, like grays. Mostly grays with some kind of like mild like pattern on it. And I guess like, when you would go to talk to like a doctor before, like during a consultation where they're not dressed in like the coat and like the getup, it's more like that. So he's dressed business professional, but not enough to get to be like noticed, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Nichol, what? How you looking? Oh wait, you already explained it, right?
Sort of, but I could
Okay.
go into a bit more detail.
Sure.
I think for him, it'll actually, because he is still wearing that incarnadine cape normally, and so keeping that look, it'll actually be sort of a subtle pinkish red suit, like with a rose lapel pin, kept with the jacket always kept open, and still having holes in the sides for the shirt because can't really have his gills, just put together with the fabric like that, and but buttoned up, but no tie. It still looks good without the tie, but when Nichol is wearing a tie, it's generally a bad thing for other people involved, so he is very much not wearing a tie.
Very good. And Caram.
Quite
Caram's just
literally.
all bow ties. Caram's just not wearing anything else. It's just bow ties.
I was just gonna say that. Look how Caram does when Nika first drew him.
I'm picturing Cloud from Kingdom Hearts, where he's all like wrapped up in the bandages for his arms and stuff, but instead it's just bow ties. Is how I'm picturing it now. I know that's not what's happening, but I need
Tactical
everybody to
bow
know.
ties.
Like that is how I am picturing it. Like when Caram goes to fight in the streets and stuff, he takes his gloves off and does the hand wraps, but instead of hand wraps, it's just bow ties. That's how I'm. That is the life I live. That is my truth.
I feel like that could be a stand power.
I will also add that I think Cash, on his peeing, even though it's not intentional, there's still glitter.
Oh yeah. You guys are definitely, a lot of you are still a little bit covered in glitter. For sure.
I have somehow managed to avoid that so far.
Yeah, I think Caram is the only one that's free of the glitter because Nichol and Seth were both in the web ball game where everybody got covered in it. So we're going to have to take that into account when you guys try to professionally talk to... This is Salamantius Grandmain.
I do have one other thing to point out.
Sure.
Doesn't Nichol still have 2 more times he has to be truthful?
Very much, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
At least glitter are just tiny pieces of glass. That's how I see it. Delicious, delicious tiny pieces of glass.
But they're
Eat
flamingos.
Please don't eat glitter.
So when you come into this room, it's like the foyer situation. At the end, there is a large glass door, and this glass is so just beautifully cut in such angles that each one of your steps sounds like a musical note to you, and it feels amazing. All of you are just put at your ease. You couldn't even think about fighting in here. You could. I'm not saying what your character can't think about, but it'd be a struggle to stay on the thoughts of violence in this room.
It is very pretty in here.
When you talk, the words are bounce off and everybody feels discordant. You all miss a step kind of feel. And you see Grandmain at the end, he twinges his ears to the side, and he's he has a cold chill.
Real fast, where did we walk into?
The church.
No, we're not supposed to go in there. We'll die.
No, the entrance to the You're not. This is the entrance to the church. You are not through the door.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
This is where you are supposed to meet him. And he is waiting for you. Yeah.
Like to the others, we can't go in there.
He's like, he leans in and whispers, "Come forward."
Don't say a word, just nod and try to very quietly come forward, trying to make as little sound as possible to avoid that whole discordance thing we felt a moment ago.
Yeah, all of you roll me a 20-sider.
Wee.
Oh. So we have a 3, we have a 5, we have a 19, and we have a 17.
Mine's fighting me for some reason.
Your first roll was a 5. Cash.
I apologize because I
Did
hit
you
the
enable
roll.
3D dice?
I did. I think I did because I
Yeah.
hit roll but it then gave me an error being like, please drag to roll. So, my mistake. I'm sorry.
Actually, I'm going to be raising that 19 by 1.
I think that's what Stylus just did.
Ah, I see. Never mind.
Absolutely. So, Caram, like, you're really light on your feet. Of course you are. Fun question, Caram. What gloves are you wearing?
Right now, the ones that Lurid gave me. You made nice gloves. Of course I'm going to wear them.
Okay, I was just making sure. But yeah, somehow your 20 overdoes the fact that you don't know how to fight, and you're managing to just very softly walk across the floor. Now you can stop. You can help Nichol catch his feet so he doesn't stumble and like make a loud noise, or you could help Cash not stumble. Now with a 20, I'll let you catch them both. How do you fix, like, what were they about to do to make a lot of noise, and how did you stop it and still make it look nice?
Think how you stop at a step. I can imagine that with one of them, just as their foot was coming down, just Caram lightly put his foot underneath them and just was like, kind of gave a look of slow. And I imagine the other one, when they were about to walk up the stairs, they were about to touch the railing and get dirty. So Caram stopped that.
Ah, yeah, prevent the smudges. Absolutely. You see Grandmain look directly at you, Caram, and just give you a nice nod. Like a very appreciative, just smiles. He's just like, it's good to see one with such respect.
Caram gives him a little bow and then just falls after him, keeping lying on his feet. I'd like to imagine the reason Karam's lying on his feet right now is because he's wearing those gloves. Doesn't know how to use his legs for fighting right now.
Well, I mean, I imagine the toe beans would probably help a bit too.
Okay, Caram does have like big old toes, big old feet. Because that is how all the Warpletingers are. So as you approach Grandmain, he looks over each one of you. He's just like, I am Grandmain. I hear that you are here to discuss the possibility of a bit of a union between our two cities.
I'll make sure to stay quiet.
In webball and trade. Is this correct?
Yes, sir, and thank you very much for giving us to your audience. It's very much appreciated.
He looks at you. Can you roll me a 20-sider, Seth?
Oh.
And like, it's like, He's just like, the Mayor. You worship, what is it? Bugsis? Or is it
It's Beezus, sir.
Honey Jar? No, it's something. It'll come to me. Yes. That's right. It's Buzzes.
I bite my tongue so hard.
Glad to hear. Are they doing well?
Last I heard, yes. Maybe?
Have they moved out of their small wooden homes?
No.
Quaint. And he then he looks at the rest, everybody else. He's just like, and how goes the silver thimble? What benefit would trade with you bring us here?
Well, sir, if I may, first, to make sure I do not, would be acceptable if I ask if you prefer to be called sir, or father, or grandmain?
Grandmain is fine. I do not stand on titles.
Very well, grandmain. First, if I may, the silver thimble does have a substantial amount of transportation. For example, like I am an airship pilot. We have the ability to transport quite a number of items all across this part of the world. If you have anything that you feel would be appropriate to provide to the rest of the world, to show the brilliance of what you have here. Of course, you previously mentioned Webball, which I'm sure is, well, I hope, would be something that your people, the people of this city, would appreciate and enjoy.
Yes, I have heard them at Cullet speak of this Webball game. Is it... I understand that you two played. You... And... Is it just for the backwater folk, then?
Well, this version is a bit different from the one that I first seen back in some older times, but from where I came from, it was actually something that was a worldwide event that was actually took the world by storm when it had a chance. And of course, even with this new league, I think it is something that will surely take the world by storm again. And even if it is something that, of course, your taste may be more refined than that, it may still be something that is still appreciated by at least some of your people. And of course, they would appreciate anyone who would be able to provide that to them.
Yes, I do appreciate keeping the masses calm in all times, and whatever sparks their joy is important to me as well. Now, How do I want to do this? It's just like... You have convinced... sorry, the R was me, not him. You have convinced me. I believe the web ball shall move forward. Now, I have heard tale, and he looks over and he like sees Caram, like even in like your outfit, you can tell Caram can fight. Well, or at least he could fight if he wasn't wearing those gloves. I have heard tale of other jobs that the Silver Thimble and the Wandercrew specifically can perform. I would ask you if you're not above a little guard work for me.
What would you happen to be looking for?
We are preparing for the festival, all along Hymnal. And in this time, like, resources are spread quite thin. Our guards are placed all around to protect the goods of other societies coming here to show off their wares. You are aware of the festival coming up shortly, I am sure.
Of course. Many of the people I know are looking forward to it.
Excellent. We'll have tradesmen from all over, the Holt, the Delft, Dyad, all across Bone Meal. I believe the cities will be really showing up. Those squirrels from the Neverglades and even the... it's best not to talk about the beetles. But all of them, all up and down the alleyways, and many of their goods have arrived, so you can see the necessity of posting guards. I mean, you can never be too sure of who's got sticky fingers. And he honestly, I don't know. I cannot tell you 100% if when he does the shifty eye, like the side eye to Seth there, he did it on purpose. But Seth, you feel like he did.
I do not respond.
Okay, I'm just letting you, like, build up the feelings. So then he's just... We have a storage facility. Which is currently being under further construction. And it needs to be guarded for the next couple of nights until reinforcements arrive. Some hired hands. While we discuss the plans of this web ball agreement during the day, can I hope that you can spend your nights guarding our storage facility? There have been rumors.
Caram just takes a look over at Nichol.
I nod slightly. I do believe that this is the sort of thing that we could assist you with if it will help to make sure to have warm relations, I guess would be the best word.
Most excellent, then. We will continue our conversation about this web ball shortly. I will send a runner to come get you. Like, please, no matter what how dire you think the emergency might be, do not approach the church uninvited.
Understood.
Thank you. And have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sights of the city. I hear there's a fantastic new restaurant forming. It is something of the Kriegs.
Yes, if I may be so bold, Grandmain, it is a fantastic shop. I, in fact, am familiar with the person who owns this shop and many others. In fact, if you are interested, if you would want to talk with him directly, or if you would want to have one of your people talk with him, I have one of his cards, and I take it out of my my suit. I realize this may be below you, but of course I would be remiss if I didn't offer.
He looks down at the card. Roll me a 20-sider. I need to know how, like... Oh.
How am I rolling so horribly?
So that was a 2, everybody. You see him just, like, look at it, and you can see it wash over his face, like, all these emotions, and...
Actually, mind if I give it one more try to maybe get a better emotion than utter disgust with a pinch hitter?
Actually, it was raised the degree. So it's a tough choice. So what were you gonna offer?
Well, I was going to suggest a pinch hitter, but I'm fine with a tough choice.
Okay. I think the tough choice is you can give it to him. And he will take it, but he's going to further... A thought is going to lock into place that he's going to think that the Wandercrew is impertinent. That doesn't mean that he won't work with you, but we are locking that belief in. Or you can see the moment, realize that he is going to think badly of you, and offer. You may offer to leave it in the dish on the table, but he will probably never get to it. You will catch yourself.
I'm going to catch myself, and just as I'm just as I'm about to hand it there, I say, "Oh, please forgive me, sir. I'm afraid it's been. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Grandmain. It has been far too long since I've been in such a place like this. I appear to have forgotten myself. I'm sure there is a much better place and time for this."
He nods at the table for you, and that was near the door, which does have a small depression in it and you see not just cards, but letters and petitions that fill this shallow bowl.
Yep. I look back to him, and nod.
And you see him walk backwards. He does that thing, and I know all of you have to have seen it. It's all over the internet where people are his feet are covered by his robe, and he's moving so softly and so smoothly that you don't hear the steps, and it looks like he's gliding. And as he steps through the door, that door goes from as crystal clear glass as possible to a frosted glass.
I'm gonna scuttle outside.
I realized I was muted. What I was gonna say is, as he was walking away, Caram would have bowed until the glass frosted over.
Yep, and I'll follow Caram's lead on that.
Likewise.
Absolutely, yeah, and there was no sound as the door shut or as it turned color, but as soon as it turns the frosted glass, the really good vibes in here, that completely gone, but the pressure of them is. So, and you guys wanted to go outside the church. That's right here.
Yep, and then when we get outside, I'm going to, give a quick whisper to Caram. Yeah, I think Krieg will probably have to try to get an interview later. That I almost really blew it there.
I almost vomited.
You just see Caram smile at you, who clearly just forcing it on his face. This is fine.
That was all going down. Cash was tapping his finger on his leg, and he's just trying so hard to look as professional as possible. And when he's outside, he's just rubbing his brow like, oh my god.
You remember that we're probably going to be watched until we get a room in private. Unfortunately,
in a place
we're
like
going
this, privacy seems to be lacking.
Yes, but for the sake of the crew.
Yes. Guess one needs to remind oneself it's for the sake of the crew, the betterment of everything, etc., etc.
Just be here for a few days. Let's get it over with.
Right. So you guys will have been like, actually, let's get you right back in here real quick. So you guys know where your room is. Like, you guys have a room, and you can start heading that direction. And as you're walking back through the city, you'll notice that the city is far more alive again. Like, these parts of the city are full of the first group of people that walked away from the church, that left the church. Like, they are like incredibly well dressed. They all look pampered, I guess maybe is the best word. They don't look better, they just look clean. Like, they all look clean as you're walking through the city. And that's when Nichol and Caram, you two hear a voice from behind you. Just saying, Nichol? Caram? And when you oh, go ahead.
Do I recognize the voice?
It is one of Sal's, like, lead guys. You two have done jobs with him before where he has, like, been a wheelman, or he's been, a lookout. Never, like, a trigger man, but, like, when he's around, you guys are gonna be up to some shady shit. And I didn't give him a name, so you two name this guy. What's this guy's name?
What's the naming scheme you've had so far for the Linkertons?
The Linkertons so far, there is a Samuel. For all the frogs so far, we have Sal, Samuel, and Becky are the three named frogs that we've seen.
How about Sid?
Sid? I'm down.
Yeah, I'm fine with Sid.
Alright. Is Sid short for something, or is it just Sid? I don't know, it could have been Sydney. I don't know.
He has not been clear on that one to us yet.
Oh, that's very fun. So yeah, Sid walks up to you guys, just like, hey. And like, he kind of doesn't notice Seth and Cash. And
hello, Sid.
he's just like, hey, what you guys doing here?
We're here on official Wandercrew business.
Oh, official.
Yep, I glance over to our two colleagues. Just glance over at Cash and Seth, and then look back to Sid.
Sid looks over at Cash. He's just like, I like your glasses.
Oh, thank you. He's forcing even his already forced smile more, because he's Very nervous.
And she's like, "Oh, nice to meet you, Seth." Sid. And he extends his hand.
Pleasure, and I give him a hearty handshake.
And like as you go for like the handshake, he definitely just kind of does the like pats your hand and like does the pull out, so it's just your fingertips lock, and then he finger guns at you, because that's who Sid is now.
Oh, that's awesome. I just look in awe.
He's just like, all right. It's like, okay, official biz. And he's like, and like Sid looks over at the two of you. He's just like, I'm on official biz too. And
Is
like, wink.
Huh?
Sal attempting to seal the show here?
And he's just like, he looks around and it's like, you see like there are other like Sphinx cats, like people having conversations. There's folks of him all over the place, and he's just like, these guys got good ears. So like, if you want to talk, you can meet me down at the Dirty Glass and Cullet. I'll be there for the next couple days. And like, he walks backwards for a minute and gives all four of you finger guns again, and he's just like, I'm out. I sit out.
The finger guns.
Yeah, he's gotten really good at those.
Once he leaves, I want to talk to the others for a second. The Dirty Glass doesn't sound like a place that would be reputable in this town. Just kind of wave to all the pretty glass.
No, yeah, I agree there. Honestly, I don't think Sid would be caught dead in a fancy bar, or, well, no. Actually, thinking about it, he might actually be caught dead. It's just only caught dead, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about
Never
it.
mind, it's not important.
I realized I made a mistake earlier when I said that you guys would be like the night crew guards. You're not going to be the night crew guards because the map I have for the place is like daytime, so we'll just you're all day guards.
It's a
fix
day
that.
for night map. It's okay.
They have to patrol the streets during the day. They don't have enough people for the storage. They need to make sure that the city's staying clean during the day.
Just put
Thank
it
you,
in Clutch
everybody, for
City of
backing me
Paint
up.
and add a gradient map of nighttime.
Yeah, but I have the only art program I have on this is Krita. So
I think that it being daytime makes
Just being
sense.
that butthole.
Plus, it does give us a reason to go to the Dirty Glass at night.
there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, here is the you guys don't have to guard today. This is the place that you will be guarding.
What does this building do?
Let me put some guards on here real quick. This building, rude, my tokens. Found it. This building, roll me a 20-sider. Do you, alright, I can tell you what they told you. They told you that it is a storage facility that is being remodeled. If you want more, tell me how you're trying to learn more. Okay, here we go. So,
Ah, my gosh.
how did, so we rolled a 3. How did, Seth try to learn stuff about this time? About this? Were you just asking people? Were you
I was
asking
just
guards?
asking the cards, kind of trying to get a little bit more information.
Okay.
I'm not touching that glass.
And I promise, Seth, I promise that this is the characters being rude, not me. Okay?
Alright.
And with your 3, you go up to the guard. Let me put the guard here on the map. Yeah, Nika did it, and I moved it so you go up to the guard, and he's a little bit fluffy, not perfectly skin on. He's got cheek pads that are just really fluffy. It kind of looked like facial hair. And as you go up and what are you asking?
What kind of what type of items are stored here, just so we can make sure to check them?
Oh, you're not gonna like this. I'm sorry. Here, but I'm going with the 3 and keeping it true to who they are. He looks like up and down. And are you wearing one of your rosa bees right now, like around your neck?
Oh, actually, it's in my pocket where rosaries are supposed to be.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, yeah. But like the bee is like hanging out, like the end of it, the telltale part. And he sees it, he's just like, look, if I've had to tell your kind once, I've had to tell your kind a million times. They're ours now. You lost them fair and square. It's like you can come and see them again once the structure's done. We let you in once a month to look at them, okay? But you're not getting them back.
What? What?
Roll me another 20-sider real quick, Seth.
Sorry it's taking me so long. My hands are really shaky right now.
Now you're good. All right, 7. I'm just gonna do it, but you're not gonna get quite as much information. So we're gonna do a quick flashback. You see Seth sitting at the diving bell right after he's like his head is all bandaged up from the web ball game. Like Clem sitting next to him. Across the table from you is Cashel and Willoughby and Burlington. Everybody's sitting at the table celebrating the web ball game. They all loved it. They love the idea that they're gonna like sell their honey as honey bars that Clem made, and that everybody's super excited. They're talking about how they can't wait for like trade to get back going between the Mayor and the Silver Thimble. You guys all having a good time. But remember, Seth is concussed. So once some words are like missing him, and you see, and like suddenly it becomes clear to Seth that you've seen somebody from Hymnal. You've seen one of these priests. You've seen a Sphinx Cat person in the diving bell the night of the web ball game. And you saw Burlington side-eye that person. And he was just like, fucking thieves, we'll get... And then whatever he said right there is missing. But then he said, back one day, thieves. And Cashel just puts his arm on Burlington's shoulders, just like, calm down, in time. And then we snap back to the moment that we're in right now.
I should not have been drinking right after that web ball game. Don't ever drink when you have a concussion.
Yeah, oh, totally. Like, maybe you weren't drinking. Like,
no,
like
I was drinking.
Okay, all right.
I just respond with a raised eyebrow, and that is it.
And the guard is definitely just done talking to you. Specifically you. Because he thinks like you are trying to get like sacred artifacts back. Oh, because he thinks you are trying to get sacred artifacts back. I don't know why I'm cutting out. I think this cord might suck too.
Yeah, you've been cutting out. I didn't want to say anything.
I'm sorry. Yeah, let me know when I am. Like that. That's fine. I'm gonna really just choke up on the mic now, though. Now you guys are gonna have to live with it. And like, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Caram comes up. I'm terribly sorry about my friend, but we've been hired to do a mission, and we plan to do it correctly, no matter what's being held in there. If something were to happen, we would have to make sure that it's done correctly. I'm sure you understand. I think then the other guard comes up, and he's just like, yeah, they're just doing a job over here, that's alright. And it's just like, but, you know, keep an eye on that one. To like this one's looking at Cash, and it's just like, keep an eye on that one, pointing at Seth. Caram looks at Cash with a smile, and the look on his face is clearly saying, just go with it.
Yes, of course. Keep an eye on that one and the rest of them too.
Single-eyed eyebrow twitch.
It's like, yeah. It's just like, now I think about it, they are all a little bit like grabby hands. Like they got sticky fingers, honey fingers. And like the two of them like pushing each other, like joshing each other around. Like, haha, we'll call them honey fingers.
Careful, guys.
Honey
You
fingers.
wouldn't
Isn't
have
that
want...
funny, right, guys?
Careful when pushing each other around. You wouldn't want to accidentally
big
bump
are
into
they?
the glass.
I would say that they are probably about both like, American cop size. An American cop build.
That's a spicy take, Alan.
Oh.
You see Caram just look at you, and it's clear that he's forcing his file. Relax.
Yeah. And Nichol has a look on his face like, yeah, now this is seeming kind of familiar.
I stand up to a little bit fuller height. Him would be almost tiptoe, but I don't say anything.
Also, on a completely side note, I just realized I should have answered Seth's question honestly earlier. My apologies, I completely forgot about that sort of Damocles. It's still over my head.
Oh yeah, like did Seth ask who this is?
No, earlier is it, what do you mean?
Oh,
I thought you were just like casually changing the subject so we'd forget about it in character.
No. This is out of character. This is the whole. Just wanted to warn that so we, remember it in the future to my detriment.
So yeah, you guys these two are going to be your two guys that will share the shift with you. Like you don't replace them; they are just going to always be here as well.
Oh,
goody.
Like I'm just. Do these people seem like the people that would just trust complete outside of them guards?
Not a chance.
And
Absolutely not.
but the building itself is like there is a stone structure under this glass, and it looks like they are brick by brick tearing down the stone structure and replacing it with just this beautiful clear glass. Is what the structure looks like for you. But you guys' shift is up, so what would you like to do?
kill them all. I mean, we should probably go check our room out.
Yeah, maybe check our room out and then, I don't know, I feel like having a bit of a drink.
Yes, please.
I actually didn't make you guys rooms for it because, like, let me tell you, making all glass stuff in Midjourney is tricky. But so,
we're outsiders. Why would they use good glass on us?
oh, because that is a sign of respect, or like that is a sign of their power. They can give you these things. And like,
I can imagine
go
it. I can just imagine it.
Yeah, and like in the room, like there is not a thermos. Like it looks like what we would consider a thermostat, and like when you walk in, you can you can turn up and down, and it's kind of mood control. It doesn't completely control your mood, but like it will help you reach a mood that you're after. Like if you want to feel a little sad, you can like turn it to the little sad. Like it doesn't, it's not enough to make you like euphoric, but like if you're already on your way to it, then it will get you there.
You know, I might test that around a little bit, get a better idea of how, some of the bits of it feel in terms of the emotions and emotional effects.
Oh yeah, roll me a 20-sider. Like you can give a little study for it. $11. A success. Let me put you back in the streets as you guys are like walking around taking things in. It is a perfectly faceted piece of glass. It is not like a crystal. Like this stuff was made of sand. And it's just something is causing very delicate vibrations. And those vibrations are like, with an 11? Yeah, all right. With an 11, I will tell you that they are so light of vibrations that you are not feeling them. The only reason that you are aware of them right now is because you are searching for that information.
Hey, Caram, could you come over here? Tell me. I don't know. I think I feel something, but it feels a bit broken. Do you feel anything?
Over and check it out.
Yeah, Crum, you give me that 20-sider too.
Oh, I was really hoping for that 20.
That was close to that 20. What mood is it set at right now, Nichol?
Well, given how bad we've been treated, I was trying to make it, feel kind of uplifting, happier.
Like, Crum, you feel like right now, you feel like you're a I don't know if you guys have been in a bad mood, but a really happy song comes on. So you don't want to listen to it. You don't want to listen to that happy song when you're in a bad mood. Like that is you want to change the station. Like you can tell that something's trying to make you happy, but it actually is making you more upset.
I really don't like it in here. Apparently, these clubs also allow me to see magic.
All right, well, I turn it back down. Weird. I thought I saw something, but couldn't feel a thing. I don't get it. Although thinking about it, it's reminding me back about this, this one time back with, a few of the others and, Melvin. Yeah, that was a heck of a time.
That is very close to what is going on. There is something to that. And you can follow up on that in the future for sure.
Would be interesting to find out what kind of magic they're using for that.
I mean, whatever magic it is, it definitely feels a little unwashed mass control, but that's just me.
Yeah, a little mind control-y. Feels a little bit.
That, and also it looks like they hands of privacy.
So you guys going out for that drink then?
We'll go out to the bar, and not necessarily going to drink.
Well, drink, but non-alcoholic. We are still on the clock for the next couple of days.
Wait, we're on the clock 24 hours a day. We better be getting good overtime.
You'll have to talk to Craig for that one.
I would just assume in a place like this, it's better to be on clock 24/7. They can definitely check in on us if needed.
Besides, I think we're salaried.
Oh, I did it again. Right, here we go.
I mean, you're allowed to have a mojito or something at brunch time. I mean,
who's drinking mojito at brunch?
Or a mimosa. Sorry,
I was like,
I was gonna say,
I love
mimosas?
mint leaves tequila. Wait,
well, you can put toothpaste
gin?
in it and then brush your teeth at the same time.
No. Bad.
A mojito sounds fine.
It's just the mojito for. It's just funny to me.
You know, looking around at this place, Caram understands a bit now why they think that they're above others.
Oh shit! Let me 1 second. You guys gotta walk. You guys gotta walk through Cullet first before you can get to the bar. Cullet is. I will show you on the map here. So, this is Hymnal right over here, everybody. I'm sorry, girlfriend. You were showing off that cool map. So this is Hymnal. This road goes down. It's a ways. It's not like. It's like the town over. This is Cullet. The home of all of these domed houses made of off-cast glass, and they're all colorful, they're cloudy, they're beautiful. You see people running around, you see a bunch of the Sphinx Cat people just living their lives. You smell amazing food cooking. You can hear music all around the area. It's not people aren't whispering super quiet when they're having conversations. Kids are running around yelling. It's just a very lively place. And if you ask, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask how long it takes us to get there.
Probably it's a 2-hour commute. On foot. You probably didn't know that it was so far away because everybody talks about it it's right there. So
After we're done here, it's time. I guess it'd be some sleep and then right back to work.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to spend too much time.
I totally forgot what I named the token that we made for we had sit on the screen, and then I deleted him, and I'm trying to remember what token I used for that. And now I'm sad because it's taking me effort. But oh, I don't remember now. So as you walk into the dirty glass, you do see that it looks basically just like this. It has glasses hanging from it. It's got stools everywhere. There are people all over the place just talking. The bartender looks at you four and just what can I get you?
I'll take a mojito.
And he's just get. And then he looks over at the rest of you.
I'll just have some water.
Yes, water would be fine for me.
I'll have a bit of tonic, no gin.
He's got it. It's and he hands out. He does the drinks really fast. And then as you guys are enjoying your drinks, Sid comes walking in and he looks and he's Caram, Nichol, I knew you guys it. I knew that you were in. He's don't mind me. And he budges between Seth and Nichol. There's not even a stool there. You just see him put his elbows up on the bar in between you two stools.
Yeah, he does that too.
Do you want me to pick you up?
He's what? No? What are you saying? You saying I'm small?
Yeah.
You saying I'm small? Is that what you're commenting on?
Yeah.
Seth, be nice.
And you see him do the reach for his reach inside his coat. He's just you're lucky. You're lucky they got your back.
There's nothing wrong with being small.
He puts
Hey, we're all professionals here. It's been a long day with a lot of people for all of us. We don't need this. None of us need to deal with this right none of us need to, get into this sort of thing amongst each other now,
Actually, bartender, can I get a tiny bit of gin instead, please?
Tiny bit of gin. And so Sid's just like, all right, I'm meeting my contact here tonight. It's just like, easy job. It's so glad you guys are here. I could definitely use the backup though. I expected me a bigger team when I got here, if you know what I mean. Just one other person. Whew.
No, what do you mean?
He's like, Sid looks over at you, and then he looks over at Nichol. He's like, he cool? We cool? We all cool? We cool? Has there been a misunderstanding here?
I'm cool, but still official business.
He sees Caram and Nichol both drinking water and seltzer water. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he's just like, yeah, I'll just okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Maybe we can talk to each other maybe say 2-3 days later, after we're done, doing what we're here to do. Maybe we could catch up some other time.
He's like, yeah, definitely. Catch up some time. He's just like, oh, there she is. And he's just he hops down and goes to the end of the corner and he starts talking to somebody over there.
I'm just gonna be drinking his water, but he's gonna be trying to listen in.
Definitely a character, I suppose.
Yeah, you run into a lot of them, especially in certain parts of Dyad.
Yes, I have a bit of a run-ins with people like that myself.
So the bartender's just doing the wiping a glass thing, and he's just like, so what brings y'all to Cullet? Caram, can you give me a 20-sided to try to listen in on that conversation?
Can do.
Well, at the very least, what brings me here is that, I wanted to talk to someone I know have done some work with and wanted to make sure that we didn't have anything that interfered with our own official business, which is, at this point, is guarding the actual, guarding some important buildings, so in order to get a good deal done. And then Nichol just realizes how much he just said and talked.
Can I have another shot of gin, please?
Absolutely. And he pours another shot of gin. And as you guys drop favors, which is the silver thimbles currency, on the counter, he does the mental math really quick. He's just like, yep, okay, favor. Silver thimble. We've been getting more and more of these lately. And he pulls out, he's just like, I can only give you change in chits though. And he puts some very beautiful glass pieces on the corner. They are all very they're all the same size, but the color's different, and they're not all the same shape. Even two of the same color can be a different shape, but you realize that means they are still worth the same amount. It is weight plus color that equals its value, not size. Or not shape. You guys won't have to worry about this because favors, you guys just get paid and you can use this money basically anywhere. I'm just telling you what that money looks like.
It's lovely.
Even the money is art here.
It's yeah, we make do Caram. So what you hear is just yeah, try to get them on board, but they don't really want to be on board. And the woman over there is just they are the guards. Why are you trying to hire the guards? Why are the guards here? It's just I mean, if they're here now, we could like, now might be a good time. He's like, yeah, I could go now. And that's like, we go back to like the bartender leans over towards Caram. Penny for your thoughts, sir. Chip for your thoughts, sir.
Just try and relax. I just enjoy saying it's always wonderful just listening to what you guys have to say.
He looks around. He's like, "All right, sir." Squeak, 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 squeak as he like cleans the glass.
Caram just smiles at him.
You see these two like hop down, and she leaves incredibly nonchalantly. Sid leaves incredibly chalantly.
Yeah, does he finger guns the bartender?
He definitely finger guns the bartender, for sure.
As soon as they're out, Caram just sets down his glass. I have something to take care of real quick, guys. Don't mind me. And he's going to follow them out.
Please try not to get hurt. I don't have the equipment to deal with that here.
He just needs to take a walk. Clear his head. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. Alright, so we're gonna say that this is the dirty glass over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to follow after him, but not be seen.
Alright, yeah, give me a roll for that.
What's the worst that could happen? Another 13.
Thankfully, not that.
Yeah. You follow them, and you see that they are heading up towards Hymnal. Like, they are getting on the path. They are getting out of color and getting on the path to head towards Hymnal.
Yeah, no, I am definitely following after him, but I think it's time to take off the nice gloves and put on his somewhat padded ones, since he thinks that this might end in a fight. He doesn't want to ruin Vatna's good gloves. Never.
So, how the rest of you three doing in the bar, like in the dirty glass?
I don't like him just going off like that.
Yeah, neither do I. I figured it'd just be a quick check, but I got a bad feeling about this.
Would it be wise to, I don't know, check on him?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay for my drink, and point to the door. I think we should go check on him.
Yeah, I'll also pay for mine and try to leave a good tip for the bartender here. No use in being stingy with that sort of thing.
Yeah, and also he also pays and leaves a tip as well.
Same.
And also bids the bartender a good day.
The bartender like gives you like a salute and just like, have a good night. And like to be clear, there's definitely like music playing all over this city. I know I said it before, but like it is also resonating off this glass, but in a much more like not singular directed like vibes. Like you're not feeling just one emotion, like you're feeling like a whole like symphony of emotions. Not super strong, not like you need to suddenly cry, but for a second in a song, like it will be a little sad and then it'll ramp up into happiness and stuff like that. Like it's all mixed together here in color. Alright, so let's see. Caram, you are following them. So you follow them into the city. Like this is just the outskirts. They are taking like a back way that you generally don't come through. Like this is the people that are necessary, the maintenance for like Cullet, the everyday maintenance for Cullet people live here. Like it is a little less clear glass here. It's a little bit like more, little dustier, a little cloudier. As you follow behind these two, can you give me another 20-sider?
Yep.
Oof, sorry. So yeah, you are staying behind them, and you see Sid goes up to a building, and like you see them having a conversation, and the woman comes out and she looks around. And like she looks, but like you, what are you hiding behind? Like, or like, are you hiding behind something? Are you just kind of trying to blend in? Like, there are other people out.
I was gonna say, Caram was probably hiding, like, behind some people, just blending in with the crowds.
Right. So like, you see two more people come out of a little building, and Sid shakes both of their hands, and like he like does like the motioning. It's just like you can tell that it's just like they're saying, now we're doing it now.
I guess that success was turned into a triumph with Combo Breaker.
Alright, so yeah, yeah, they have absolutely no idea that you're behind them. Like, not a like you can get a little closer and like listen in if you want to with the 20.
Yes, I would very much like that.
Alright. So Sid's just like, alright. For the Wandercrew, we're hired on for like some extra guard of it, but we don't think we have any real problems. Like they're at the down in Cullet right now, so like we're taking this time. There's only 2 guards there. Like we get in, we get out. Like so you know what you're looking, and she knows what she's looking for. So, and Sal said, whatever we do, just aid her, get the items, but we can't be seen. Like no witnesses. You got, and like you see them all like check their guns in their holsters, and like the one with the brown coat definitely like checks his boot knife, and it's definitely like it's almost like a World War I trench knife, except for it's really weird. It looks like it's made for like 2 big fingers, so it doesn't even look like it's right for his hand. Like it seems small. But you see that they are all armed, and like you see the female Sphinx cat woman that's like leading them is like checking over her herself too, and she sees like you see multiple knives on like a bandolier or whatever, and like she's got knives like hidden all over herself. Like, she is armed to the teeth.
Yeah, Caram is definitely sending out a message with his communicator to the other 3, telling them that people are planning on stealing from the storage facility.
Like, they are on, like, yeah, like, they all check this stuff, and they are on their way now. Like, so Caram, you are able to like yeah, you can wait and everybody meet up at the place, or you can try to do something now. But if you try to like, they are going to make it to the storage place before the rest of the crew gets here.
This is a terrible idea, but I'm going to follow after them.
Don't need you. Oh, needed you. Alright, 1 second. Just moving everybody's tokens away. Alright. We are gonna move here. You see, like, as you approach, it is getting later in the day. But this whole place is very well lit. Ooh, that is the wrong token. Here we go. You can't see it, but like Ghost Seth was in the way. Seth on a GM layer was in my way. So yeah, as you follow them, roll me another 20-sider. And yeah, roll me a 20-sider. All right, 12. All right, so this isn't a choice between being seen or not. Okay, no, with a 12, like, you can hear them having a conversation, and as you like approach closer to them, like Sid's just like, "Nah, I never found a way in. I was hoping like the Wandercrew would. I was hoping Caram and Nichol would help us out. Like, you know, that last time." It's just like one of them just chuckles. It's like, "I can't believe he punched through the door," and it's just like they all just start like laughing. It's just like that. Yeah, that's a ruthless pair on those. And those two are official business. You see Sid like doing air quotes, and they all like start chuckling. And she's like, "So, well, what's the plan then?" It's just like, we just take them out. Just 2, done. Get in. It's like, who cares? It's just like, and that is their plan. Like, you know that their plan is to just, like, walk up to these guards and like shoot them in the head.
Okay. I think I'm going to wait till they start heading towards the guards to make my move.
Oh yeah, like we can be right at that moment.
Yeah, and these are minions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. As they're going up to the guards, Caram's going to just sneak up and immediately knock one out.
Are you using sneak attack? Is that what you're doing?
Certain set of skills. If I can use sneak attack as well, I'll do both.
Yeah, for sure. So, who are you aiming for with a certain set of skills, and what does that look like?
I'm going to go for this one.
This guy over here?
Yep.
All right.
And that, I'm going to actually incorporate them both. It's quite literally just, Caram seems to just come out of nowhere and just right between them splits just to kick them both in the head to knock them out.
Oh yeah, this is totally breaking the combat bounty. I just need you to know that. Like, I'm not. I figure you know, Caram. Like, Caram, you know that you're. It sounded like
I know.
Okay, I just like making sure everybody in the chat knows that he knows that what he's doing.
Well, you need a roll for the other sneak attack.
Yeah, for the sneak attack one, I would. Yeah, just give me that roll. 17, absolutely. So yeah, like jumping between them, kicking them both, and I flip the other one around so it looks like backwards, and like they fall flat on their face, both of them.
Caram just looks at the guards. Looks like we have a couple people that look to harm the building.
And like, Sid's just like, "Oh, come on, man! I was just talking you up."
Caram gives Sid a look. Look.
The other 3 like show up. Like, I don't think you guys are panting, but like you are here to back them up now.
Caram gives Sid a look to run.
It's just like,
I will play escape plan if he starts running.
The one woman like looks back and forth like at all 5 of you now, like you include, and you see the guards like pull out. They are basically halberds with the haft is like a solid piece of like metal, but the tip is a glass blade that is slightly vibrating. And like you see her, she has like knives in both of her hands, and she's like getting ready to fight. So like Sid's like taking a step back, but she doesn't get the fact that you are trying to tell her to go get away. Like she's gonna attack you basically if we don't, if you guys can't talk.
No, this is the first time that the rest of us have actually interacted with her. Is that correct?
Yeah, like none of you have interacted at all.
All right. She's considered hostile. Never mind. I had an idea, but I can't do it.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I also have an idea, but I don't, and I actually don't think it affects whether or not they're hostile or not.
All right, what you got?
I try to put her to sleep.
Oh yeah, give me that roll.
Let's hope it actually works this time.
Alright. So tough choice. What's a fun tough choice for that? Oop, wrong button. Okay. So she, yeah, we're just gonna, like, she goes to sleep, but you know she's not gonna be out long. It's like, you can see her, like, shaking her head, fighting it. And she's like, no.
But she's able to get back up on her feet.
No, she's falling onto her, like, she's on, like, down on one knee. And you see Sid, like, shaking at her, like, come on, we gotta get out of here. But the guards are gonna advance on her right.
So, I'm going to give Caram a bit of a quick look, and actually, Caram, you said you were going to do the escape plan. I have a way to make that work out.
All right.
Yep, and why I say the escape plan is while the guards are distracted, they're with advancing on these poor miscreants. There's going to suddenly bit of a very cold breeze and a bit of fog coming in, which makes it a little harder to see for just long enough.
Yeah, definitely. So like, as it go, are you playing the escape plan card, or am I gonna require rolls? Because if you play the escape plan thing, I'm not gonna require rolls. All right, okay, I think I see it.
And it's only for Sid because he knows Nichol's abilities, so he knows this fog well enough by now.
Yeah,
Sid's just like, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if only he got the hint about, yeah, let's catch up in 2 or 3 days later when we're off the clock.
Doesn't
We're
seem
gonna
all
need
that
to
great.
talk with Sal.
But yeah, anyway, yes, freezing fog. Sal, Sid knows the score.
He's gonna try to like drag this woman with him. So, like, the escape plan is working. Sid is going to be able to get free, no problem. But he is dragging a sleeping Sphinx cat. He's like trying to like firefighter carrier, and it's not working out for him. So, you guys, it's up to you all if you want to help him help her, or like she's about to get grabbed by one of the guards. He's like one of the guys is gonna grab her feet off of Sid, and he's gonna drop her. So the guards will have her. But you guys can just let that happen too, absolutely.
I think it should just happen.
All right.
But there are 3 other people here that... What do you all want to do?
Well,
in the case...
Go ahead.
Sorry. Well,
No,
in the case
go.
that we are that we are effectively hired to do this, hands off. It's what we're supposed to be doing, is protecting this place, regardless if these are allies to some of the people in the group.
I actually... are the other 2... Are they dead, or just knocked out?
Oh, they're just knocked out.
Alright,
Unless Caram was trying to kill them.
Nope, just knock out.
I'm actually gonna go tie them up. So they cannot... even if they wake up by happenstance. I'm gonna tie them up, yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay back. I gave Sid the one shot. I'm not going to risk, being seen helping with anything else.
Good job, Caram. That's... Wow.
Crom just turns, not even realizing that he's done anything impressive. What do you mean? Just 2 people.
Yeah.
Medically, they'll be fine. Maybe a bit of a concussion, but they'll be fine.
Oh, I definitely left a concussion.
Might make them think twice about doing illicit behavior.
Yeah, I gotta say, they were really lucky you decided to, give them a light touch there, Caram.
He just smiles, looking actually happy this time.
I mean, you also had the intuition to know something was up, and...
Yeah, you see the guards grab up like the woman, and they like she is like asleep, but they bind her wrists and they like lead her off, and like she's just like big snot bubble situation, like animated asleep. And like the other on, and this one comes over and like grabs one of these 2 and starts like pulling them. It's like, yeah, we'll take care of them. Like, watch that 3rd one for now. Like, we'll get these 2. We'll come right back for the 3rd.
Not a problem.
So yeah, like they have left and they have taken her with them, and they have left and they have taken him with them.
Crom just looks out at him. So we're not letting him go, are we?
No, maybe one of us should take him too, or are they coming back? They said they were coming back.
Oh yeah, they said to be right back.
We could just do our jobs.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, job's a job, and we have to do our job.
Alright.
Yeah, I know, but this is how it is sometimes.
Crom just kind of just sits next to him, making sure that, watching his hand, making sure he doesn't wake up.
If he does wake up, I would like to do something. But he is not awake.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna wake up without like intervention. Like he's out. Like a certain set of skills removes him from the scene. Actually, yeah, he can't even get up. Like we can't wake him up.
I was gonna
That was
say
a card.
one was a sneak attack, and unfortunately,
Yeah,
This one wasn't
I
the
didn't.
sneak attack.
I didn't think about which one I was taking off the screen, but yeah, that just kind of happened.
Only one of us had a bucket
Um,
of water. It
uh,
put us
yeah.
in.
Cash, I'm admittedly not a doctor. Is it normal for someone with a concussion to be out this long?
No. Unless there's something else going on that we should be worried about.
Maybe it's something where we ought to check, make sure, he's,
You know,
I'm on it, don't worry. I'll double
we
check
should
his
probably
phone.
also make sure that he doesn't have any weapons.
Hey guys, I have some really bad news for y'all. You know
What?
those other two are probably gonna be killed, right? It doesn't matter what's gonna happen to this guy, he's gonna die. Their rules are so strict here. We were told we would be under death just from walking into the wrong building. Just don't think about it. Just try not to think about it. That guy's not gonna live long enough for a concussion to matter.
Take the weapons off of them.
I
And-
mean, that is a fair point.
I saw them preparing their weapons.
Unfortunate,
I know
but
exactly
fair.
where he's in all of them.
Yeah, I mean... Best to put him to good use rather than...
I'll just disarm him as well. Sorry, tied up. I can
You don't
disarm
need
him.
to take his arms off.
Like, well, you're like, this is fun. The magical item card was played earlier, and
Mhm.
that trench knife that the one was holding, like, fell out of his boot and is sitting in the middle of the ground right here. Like, it was under this guy. And when you move him to, like, check on his gear, like, make sure he's disarmed, then, like, you see that trench knife on the ground.
Caram just picks it up, looks at it, takes the sheath off of him, and then hands it over to Seth. You've been having a rough time. Don't you have this?
This trench knife, when you are holding it, it is not designed for, like, humanoid hands. Like, it is not designed for 5 fingers. It is designed for 2 large fingers of maybe insectoid type. It's also kind of small. Like, looking at it, that it would probably fit Valentina or whoever Valentina's people are very well. But it is incredibly, like, us in our world would recognize it as just a brutal trench knife, just sharp as hell, and it's got the like a hard punching spike on the hilt and can be used as brass knuckles. And this weapon, if you are able to, like, stab it in a foe, like, it is said that it will like, the metal itself is poison. So if you get a successful hit of, like, success 11 or higher, a 20, like, counts as well. Like, if you hit them with it, you'll deal 2 damage right then. But within 24 hours, they will take an additional 4. So if you stab somebody with it, like, later on, they will take 4 damage. So if you hit somebody with this and they run away, then you still kill them.
This really isn't my flavor. I am not tossing it back. I will gently hand it back.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't have any. Yeah.
The knife's called the Done Deal.
All right. I'll put this in one of my strap slots.
Like, you can still hold it even though you don't have, like, the 2 fingers. You just gotta, like, do the, like, claw hand situation to make it, like, fit in your hand, right?
I know. I'll just hold
Like-
on to it for now.
The guard does come back. He's just like, he's like, oh, nice. You took off his weapons. It's just like, yeah, you guys can keep those. And it's just like 2 guns and like a switchblade. Nothing like fantastic, but it's definitely stuff that you guys would see salesmen carrying around before. And he just like grabs this guy by the back of the ankles, and like this guy's like face down, and he's just dragging him off the scene. Like he's not fireman carrying him or anything. He's just like
Best for him to be unconscious for that. And well, yeah, he's not gonna wake up.
He's just sleeping for an extended period of time.
I mean, we could look at it as him getting a vacation. Forever.
Well,
Yeah, we did our job.
Yep.
Caram just slowly grins at the rest of them. You guys want to get a sneak peek at what they have in there?
And there goes the doing the job part.
I
Well,
like
hey,
the idea
we're still
that
on the clock.
you may have just killed 3 people. You want to go do what we just killed them for?
I just want to check it out. I'm not going to take anything. We're going to be in there patrolling anyways, weren't we?
Caram,
I think we're going to
that
be
is
outside
very
patrolling.
much that is very much famous last words.
That was not what I thought. I thought that we were going to be inside patrolling as well.
No, you guys are exterior patrol.
Okay, yeah. Then yes, I will stay outside. Sorry,
I
that
would-
was the misunderstanding.
Yeah. I do give Caram a bit of a pat on the shoulder. Well, I would like to get a better view of the outside in case we need to know some more about this later.
I think you guys are just doing your jobs then? Just doing a heckin' job?
Yeah, we don't have to do anything special.
Yeah, okay. Was not expecting that turn. Alright, let's go.
Is it so uncharacter for it to never happen that way?
It sure fucking is, isn't it?
Uh,
Don't worry, I had the backup. Nobody panic.
yeah, I was going to say, you give Nichol a job, he's going to do the damn job.
I was just far too nervous to not do his job the correct way.
When you tell somebody you're gonna do something, and you gotta do it.
Yeah, I've heard.
Also the greater
I
good.
hear that like, if you got a job to do, you better do it well. I've heard that. Somebody's saying that to me once.
I mean, also we're looking at 2 city. It's the bigger picture.
So like the 2 guards get back, and they're both kind of like. I know you guys can see off the side of the screen there are still tokens, but I'm just kind of like trying to hide those, because just in case I need to bring them back. But it's like, we're gonna get promotions, all right, and they're like super happy, and like you can feel their happiness vibrating off their glass armor that they're wearing.
Y'all did a good job. Thanks for taking them out.
We
I mean,
did
carrying.
great.
You did.
Just like, did you see when that one guy, he like pointed that gun, and I was like, "Pa-pow! Pa-pow!"
Sure did.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whew.
unfortunately, I was a bit too far away to see anything. I'm sure it was fantastic.
You should have seen it. Like he jumped in, and he just did like the, like one guy's pointing to the other guy, and he's like, he did this jumping like splits and kicked them both in the face.
I can
But
just
yeah-
see Karam's ear twitching, but he just keeps smiling.
And then did you see
Yeah.
her? She pulled her knives on us, and we're like, "Kapow!"
Yeah,
Yes,
I
isn't
give
that
Caram
wonderful?
another pat on the shoulder, a bit sturdier this time. That I think they both know what that means.
I mean, that many people are trying to, jump in there and get whatever's in there with that kind of,
Seth underscore
you know,
F underscore
I mean, with
Richard
that kind of
played this
aggression,
card.
it must be
Reveal your
something really
secrets.
important.
Identify a magical or technological secrets of an item. What is in
What
there?
is in there? I will do it this way. So they are both like in the middle of like their excited, like mock fighting of what they did. and then like they see somebody and they both like snap to like rapt attention, and then this like older cat gentleman is like approaching from the side, and like they just like go completely silent, not even like moving an inch. And he raises his hand, and they both like relax, so you can hear them breathe again. And he's like, "I have heard many tales of your great deeds last night, you two. I heard these guards rushed right back here from their... You four were on break, I hear, correct?"
Go ahead, Nichol.
We were, in fact, on break, but we actually, when we heard...
Dedication is hard to find outside of hymnal, isn't it?
Well, we were on our scheduled break.
It is important to keep to your schedules, I suppose. Even in times like this. You realize, and he turns his back on all of you, walks up to the glass, and he just almost touches it. He has his fingers closed, but like in a practiced, non-trembling, his fingers barely don't touch it. You realize what we house in this location, do you not?
No.
It's not our job to ask questions, sir.
I can read the curiosity especially on this one, looking over at Seth. He's radiating. He's vibrating with it. Go ahead, ask your question.
What is so important in there that so many people are after it with such fervor?
We house the world's vastest collection of theological artifacts. Inside this location is everything, not the most important things we can trace back to the roots of organized religion on this world. Strongest collection and most vast, of course, is unseasonal, but we do have quite a collection from folk song and the Neverglades to bone meal to the crystal cake.
That's incredible. Is there a way to distribute this type of information?
Absolutely. Once a month, open the gallery to allow people to view from a distance, a safe distance, to view these historical artifacts. We are not, but generous.
That sounds fair to me.
I am quite happy to hear such a... How do I say? Understanding from the likes of royal.
Sorry, you're cutting out a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am happy to see such understanding from one of you. Cut from that cloth.
I mean, you're protecting it, keeping it safe from other, from grabby hands, allowing others to look at it.
Keeping it safe.
I mean,
keeping it safe, letting the world see what's right and correct. You understand that we need to keep the story straight for everyone. Everyone must know the one story, the truth, the way it actually is. And we can't let them being confused with dates and times and which came first. The truth must be revealed and then shown. You understand.
Not really from around here, so I'm not quite sure.
And if, please excuse me for speaking out of turn, but again, we try to understand, but it's also not our job to understand. I'm sure that's your job to understand,
I
sir.
appreciate you. And he does the thing where he's like, he gets really close to your chest, the same way he got really close to that glass. And like, you can feel the emotional vibration coming off of himself, the person is vibrating like this. And you feel trusted in this moment.
I just don't say anything else, just nod and do my best to look humble, look like, hey, just doing my job.
He's just like, excellent. We have heard that the reinforcements will arrive tonight around the witching hour. I would wish you all to stay and guard just a little bit longer. Is that okay with you? Are we in of agreement?
See no problem with that. As long
Of
as
course.
it's with others.
I don't see an issue with it either.
Thank you very much. And he removes his hand from away. He's just like, and he does finally. He presses his palm against the glass, and you all feel just a very soothing sense of relief. Your AP is back to completely full. And like, as he walks away, like you feel like the second he leaves sight, the two guys are just like,
Caram just smiles at them. You're going to be dealing with people like him a lot more after your promotions.
That was Master Orel. He's known as the Devout. Could you feel it? You could feel it just pouring off of him.
I could tell how deeply he believes what he believes.
So yeah, can all four of you roll me a 20-sided? $14 for Seth, 18 for Nichol, 12 for 12 for Cash and 14 for Caram. You guys spend the rest of the day like as guards, and you're all great. You all had equal level successes, so like you're aware, you're all like watching, keeping track on things. And for a second, you think you might see Sid, Caram, and Nichol like looking from a distance, and then like you see him just like head away. And then like for the rest of the day, you guys watch out, and the two guards are nonstop talking about how great they did and how seeing Master Oral was just the most amazing thing, and how they're moving up in the world, and how they're probably going to become like interior guards. Then they're speaking about like, I can't wait to be interior guards. And with like you guys' successful roles here, like if you want to ask them questions about their society, I will definitely go along. Like they have not fully accepted you, but like are willing to talk with, because it is not a moral oral reference. It is actually AURIEL oral.
Well, of course, given how much you two have done, I'd be a lot more interested to hear a bit more about this, this true history that we were just told about. Of course, we're outsiders. We can't be expected to know everything, so please, show us the light. I give a bit of a grin and try to be nice about it.
Like, the one on the left, I really have to name these two. I'm thinking it's just Chad and Thad.
Thanks. I hate them.
Chad's gonna be the white one, Thad's gonna be the tan one. That's what we're going with. We got Chad and Thad. And Chad's just like, I've been inside this building before it becomes like sacred. And while in the old building, I have seen they have boxes and boxes of, and he like air quotes, artifacts from around the world. And like he describes them very vividly, and this is what it looks like. You guys aren't in there though, because you would have been in there, but you decided not to rob them.
You gave us a job.
There's still time.
Yeah, we're not robbing them today. We're on the clock.
Exactly. We have a job right now.
And like, so he explains, let me get Chad's like token. Alright. Where the hell? I was literally just on that page. Oh. Alright, not forgiven, you do get a thing. Thank you. It would have been a lot trickier for Not Forgiven to get the treasure if you guys had come in here, because you would have been politely blocking what he would have seen, but it's funny because you guys aren't doing a heckin' robbery. So, like this is one of those scenes from like a show where the background becomes like what the story the guy's telling you. It's just like inside they have tables and tables of artifacts, and like I have heard rumors, and it's just like, and he looks over at Seth, and he's just like, I don't know if I should like get into it. I don't want to hurt anybody's feeling.
No worry about that. I'm interested in learning.
Now, are you sure? I don't want you to get all like, heard you honey fingers get really upset. That felt wrong. I invented a
if I may, probably the best thing to do is not move on and just continue to paint us a picture with your words.
Yeah, you are pretty good with that.
Yeah, I could swear I could see the room you're describing.
It's rather vivid.
So like, he's just like, okay, and just like, don't get any ideas. Like, it's just a rumor. It's just things I've heard, but don't get any ideas. And at Seth again, he's just like, I've heard a piece of the true comb is in here. Like, and it's just like, it is said that it is. Somewhere in that room is a piece of the honeycomb that Beezus fell from. And it's just like, it's all nonsense, but they believe it. And of course, we collected it, and we had to keep it safe for the world. The rumors that it predates are the resonance, but that can't possibly be true. There's no truth to that. You understand?
Of course.
And she's like, and like they go back to like talking about like, yeah, but did you see how he's just like kapow? And like, and then you guys can ask him something else if you want to.
So this is a huge place. There must be multiple rooms filled with different types of artifacts, and you got to see them all?
I got to see the two main rooms. I saw the room claimed to have Beezus' honeycomb on it, and then the statuary. all of the blasphemous statues from like that we have gathered. We keep safe down there. Otherwise, they'd be vandalized for their blasphemy. And it's just like, there's even some of those from Dyad. Not Dyad. Even from down there. The Delvin, they are good at their craft, but when we see heresy, we know it. It must be gathered.
If you don't mind me asking, just from curiosity's sake.
Oh, absolutely.
You
Love
keep
you, Glass.
mentioning. Oh, thank you. You keep mentioning a residence. It's
No,
sorry.
the resident.
I see,
Residence.
the residence. And I understand it may sound rather silly of me to ask, what is that? It's not something I'm familiar with.
It's the resonance. Did you not feel it? Did you not feel it when he was near? You were not at church. Did you not see when he touched the glass how it felt, how it made you feel? Do you not feel more yourself within the walls of this city than anywhere else?
To be honest, not as much as I thought I would, but then again, I suspect I'm just off that way. And that's going to be, my problem.
I just keep coming. Every day you're in this city, it gets a little bit harder.
Sorry, cut it a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's just like, Chad walks up to you and puts his hand on your shoulder, and he's just like, every spending a bit harder to live. And he says that in a positive way. He says it like he likes that. But it sounds almost like a threat to you. I know, I'm sorry that I keep breaking up. I have no idea why. I turned my gain up even more. I hope it works.
You should think about being a priest yourself. You're really good at that.
Oh, I'm in seminary school.
So, wow, you do a lot. It's,
You must prove your worth to the city. If you want the city to give you what you need, you must give the city what it needs. We must give it our fire. And then we whisper our love. And in return, the residents will whisper its.
what is this fire that you're talking about?
You give it your passion. You give it your life. You devote yourself to Hymnal. If you are truly devoted to this place, then it's paradise. It's only the ones like her that think they're better off, that don't know how to earn their way, that do not know how to settle in their place in society. And like Thad puts his arm on Chad, calm down. He's like, no, I'm tired of those cullet bums coming up here, they take part in our prayer, they show up, but do they understand it? Do they truly understand how it feels? Disgusting.
This question to you, Alan. How many days do we have left? It's just today, right?
Just tonight, yeah. You guys are hours away from the relief coming.
So, she was probably a prisoner right now, right? I mean, people... Right?
Oh, she's being held, yeah.
Okay.
So, if you also don't mind me asking again, what happens to what I would assume you assume are heretics when they go against what you have set in law here?
We have no direct problems with heresy. And he looks over at Seth. It's just We have no active laws that say that they must leave the city walls or any, like, the barbaric beliefs that some say that we have about chopping off hands and, like, removing tongues of those who speak against the residents. That's not true. That is a mere falsehood that is perpetuated by the people of Cullet. We just... He looks over at Seth and just like, you just gotta know where you stand. Outside. You understand.
I mean, we are standing outside.
Exactly. And when we give you a room, fantastic qualities, you appreciate it, correct? You did enjoy your room, correct?
I'm glad this conversation is starting to make Cash really uncomfortable.
I don't think we got to spend any time in there. We were doing our job.
You were doing your job, as you should, as we all... You were working for the betterment of Hymnal. Thank you.
No, thank you.
I think that, like, there's a lot of, like, awkward silence, and, like, 4 more cats come up.
I was going to ask.
Oh, go ahead, Caram. Hit me.
I was just going to ask them. And for all the good work we've done, you can be sure to tell your bosses that we did our fair share to help, correct? Obviously, you guys did such amazing jobs, but we did come to complete a mission of our own. Surely you can understand that.
Absolutely, and we will put in the word that you were here the full day today.
Charming.
We will make sure that Grand Main knows exactly what it is that you did here.
I see.
Thank you.
So, with that, I think we go back to the scene. Like, you guys are done. You can go talk to Grandmain. And he is sitting, he is standing up very piously. You see a couple other, like, letters are placed right on top of the Kriegs at Market Square business card as you pass the little dish.
Yeah, just notice, file it away, move on.
Hello, you four. I have heard that you did quite well at your job. Those guards are claiming that you were there for the full time with... But then you rushed back. Oh, god damn it. Fucking Mike. I'm like right on it. Getting cranked.
Yeah, get those gains, Alan.
I'm working on it.
Get them gains.
Alright, I'm gonna figure out what's wrong with this before tomorrow's game for sure. Alright. I will give that a shot real quick. Let me do that. Because I will do push to talk if I need to. Okay, does this work, everybody?
Sounds like it for
Sounds
now.
good.
All
Yes.
right. So he approaches you all. He's just like, I have heard that you all took only a minimal break, and for the rest of the time really helped out in capturing a group of thieves.
It was Caram who did most of the work. It's incredible. His kicking legs.
Caram just gives a small bow. It was nothing to help out Hymnal.
Yes, I have to agree with my colleagues as to the incredible work Caram has done here. In fact, well, I'm sure that you probably expected that from the moment you first saw us here and how he acted.
I had no doubt that this was definitely the best of your party. Although I do like your glasses.
Thank you.
The compliment is huge to you right now. Like even though Cash might not respect them, you can feel that the room is trying to give you a sense of gratitude. Can you roll me a 20-sider? Alright, so Cash, you are able to avoid this feeling if you would like. You do not have to feel gracious. But you do also feel like they are trying to force it on you. A little bit. Not like this is the most mind control-y that it has felt.
Oh, goody. Tries to not force a form of gratitude since he assumes that any kind of compliment, regardless of who it's from in this situation, is a good thing. But he's also nervously tapping his finger on the side of his leg because it makes him uncomfortable.
Are you tapping your finger in any sort of rhythm?
Not in a particular rhythm, but it could be rhythmic.
Can you give me another 20-sider?
Oh no.
Success. And it's gonna be a good thing for you. You see Grandmain turn to you and he says, if I'm not, and he walks right up to you. This is the closest that he has been to you yet. And he reaches,
I think it's faster.
he reaches out his hand toward near your hand tapping, and you see dangling from his hand is a little square, it's a cube, of the purest glass. You can't you can only see it because the sun's rays hit it in a very particular angle, and he waves it near that with him, and then he pulls it up to himself and he looks directly into it. He's just like, oh, well, if you ever need help with bad dreams, come see us. We can be of great aid.
Oh, well, I appreciate the offer. Thank you. I may take you up on that in the future, but I'm trying to figure things out on my own.
He nods his head and he puts around your neck that cube, and then he walks to Caram and does the same. Then he walks past Seth and puts another one around Nichol's neck. It's like, I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Can't wait till my next visit to this city.
So do I. I've heard that you are very good at web ball. We will have a team by then, I am sure.
Yes, if nothing else, I will be glad to assist with that, and I'm sure that your people and our people already have a few good locations for the stadium. If nothing else, if I may be so bold, Grandmain, I'm sure there are some nice spots for a stadium up to the north.
The north is quite a place. That is the sacred desert of the Delvin, and we respect the Delvin quite much and quite a bit.
Well, of course, it's not my place to figure out those sorts of logistics. I'm sure, of course, your people and our people will be having quite a number of discussions about that.
I look forward to it. Now, you all may go. Thank you for your time. And he turns around and he does the thing again where he silently goes through a room and that door shuts silently and goes cloudy. And you all like lose that feeling of being able to tell anything. You're able to like freely say anything in that room. And you are back to just a content feeling. A content, it's time to go home feeling. You feel a little bit like you guys have the feeling like you're wearing a woolly sweater and you're getting a little sweaty and you want to go home and take it off. That is how you feel right now.
Yes, for more than one reason.
Yeah. Caram would have given him the bow again, and then once he's gone, come on, let's go home.
As soon as we know that there isn't any scrying or anybody listening.
Caram's just gonna look at Seth. Wait till we get back to the thimble.
I'm sure we'll have a number of things to discuss.
The airship lands back in Delve as they're doing the art contest.
At some point, the ride cash almost fainted. He's like, what the hell was just happened?
Fucking bureaucracy.
No, that's
Oh, worse than that.
There's church and state at the same time. And so when are we going to go back?
Well,
you know what I mean by that.
Oh, absolutely. And I was having the same idea too. Just too bad that our buddy can't understand what it means when I say, yeah, talk to us in 2 to 3 days after we are off the clock. I swear, his heart is in the right place, but sometimes he is an absolute idiot.
There still might be a chance we can get those 3 out. I don't know how. We've got Caram, you, and the others who have your type of skills. Although it might not be good for you yourself to go in there, but...
Yeah.
God, I hate that city. I mean,
yeah, honestly, Caram, if I'm sorry there, but if it really gets there and we end up doing something there, honestly, Caram, I think you're gonna have to show him what you can really do.
Permission not to hold back.
If it comes to that, in the meantime, maybe we could talk with them. I was hearing that we have to get that tower. That I'm sure that new arena for web ball could be a nice place for a tower, right?
Yes, it would be. And also, potentially a web ball tournament might be the perfect time to, find our way into that building.
Are you pitching me that you are planning on building the stadium and disguising the fact that the tower is in the stadium?
I don't see why not.
It's multifunctional.
This is the funniest way that I could have thought about you guys actually getting that built there. I'm absolutely down for like the tower to be built in the stadium.
Yep, and of course we could have a nice little thing while Nichol is doing the web ball game. Nichol and Seth are doing the web ball, defending themselves against that. Could provide enough time for maybe Caram and Cash and maybe a couple others to do a dramatic raid while the world's eyes are elsewhere.
Very good idea. And I was definitely thinking...
We can set that game up. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I mean, he's not the kind of guy to do it, but he doesn't like these people, and he just leave it at that.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty rad game. So, like, I was literally talking to, I'm gonna, like, the the building the tower will happen, and the building of the stadium and getting the tower up will happen as like a crew game in one of the games this month, because I need you guys to get all 3 of those towers up. But then the subsequent first game will happen next month. We'll probably get that game next month, and what you guys can play that out for sure. But we will have the tower up. It's like tower/stadium up. That will happen as a crew game. So, I think we can. It can't be the festival game that we can do that. We can get that on Dance Off. We can that'll be the crew game happening on Wednesday. Everybody. Wednesday the 19th. The crew game will be building a stadium / tower. And if you're an engineer, bring what you got, because we need it. But yeah, in the Discord there is all of the artwork that we did, and that you guys did for the dyad stuff. I think you 4 are pretty skeeved out by what just happened with you. The town is a little skeevy.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, for a place made entirely of glass, they have very many things to hide.
I think we have enough time to collect enough bombards.
Yeah, but let me ask this question. I've been asking people it all the time this month. Is that the Silver Thimble's place? Is that your place? Is it your place to judge these people?
And that's why we did our job.
You guys did your job, for sure.
It still hurts.
Yeah, we did our job, and it may not be our place to judge. Sure as hell ain't their job either.
Nice.
It's a fallacy of ideology.
And this is why I am saying everybody turn up to the game on the 30th, because that is when we are going to departments. That is when we're going to discuss our role as a crew in this world. What are we going to do? What are we doing? Are you just explorers? Are you trying to help? Are you the UN? What are you?
We could have been conquerors, but we didn't do that.
Are you conquerors? Are you an organized military? Are you just trying to figure out, just trying to study for yourselves? Because you're not the people that are studying things for the first time. The people around this world already know how their world works. You're the new people. So yeah. I mean, if you guys want to be an empire, if that's how how that game goes, that's how that game goes. But we are literally discussing who we are. So please turn up. Okay, recap for today's game. These 4 went to Hymnal to make a deal for Web Ball. They decided to make they were offered a deal for a little bit more, and they discovered that the Sphinx cats of Hymnal are kind of gross. It's a theocracy. It is based on just resonance and just real good vibes, and point to them. They do put out good vibes, everybody. People go to that church because it does make them feel better. But it actually does. It actively makes you feel better. If you have arthritis and you go to church once a week in Hymnal, you don't worry about that pain. Only if you don't keep if you don't keep going, the pain will come back. But it works. That is what's important about Hymnal. It works. They also steal a bunch of artifacts. We know that for a fact now. They have artifacts from thousands of religions. It's the Vatican.
So, real fast, you know how we had that discussion about Nicolas Cage earlier? Can we do a national treasure type of thing?
Yeah, I think that's what we were pitching with the web ball thing. Oh no, that's the breaking people out. You could definitely try to rob this place, but you guys are gonna have to that's another thing where you're gonna have to come to terms with, is that what you do? Or do we play the more political games where we try to change the whole the feeling? Do we like have votes? And do we go that route where we change the way the Hymnal looks at their artifacts? I don't know.
This isn't supposed to be of such a conundrum. It's supposed to be fun game, silly, haha, let's roll dice time.
You guys signed up for the wrong game. You 1000% signed up for the wrong game. Me and Nika laughed when Seth signed up for it. I was just like, oh, he's gonna hate it.
I hate it so much.
Oh my god.
I really would love to know what other groups would have done, like...
Oh, by the way, I have to say this. Hey, Twy, we completed the mission, but you don't get your egg.
Oh shit, we forgot the egg.
There were no eggs! It was eggshells because fragile, glass is fragile, fracture was all that. I mean, I guess like the cullet houses kind of look like eggs.
I like cullet
I
better.
mean-
I think it looks prettier.
I mean, probably just gets shiny glass. That's just
Cullet's
as good as an
great.
egg, right?
Let's look at cullet.
I
Right.
love that design. That just looks so cool.
But it also looks that way on the map too. Like, look at it. Look how gorgeous it is.
Yeah, zoom.
Yeah, that is definitely the good side of town.
I just tried to zoom in on the stream.
Yep, that'll happen. But everybody, please go into the Discord and vote on. Oh, sorry, I was holding down spacebar. Go vote on which art that you want to win. The top 3 get like a gold, then a silver, then a bronze. Delve gotcha. Like, so please go vote. And everybody else that got gotcha, I will get them to you probably on Tuesday. Definitely before the Wednesday game. I should do it. I should be able to find time. But everybody, please tune in to Monday's game because we are playing. We're playing Fiasco on that one, and it's going to be wild because we're going to study like how magic works with Rennick, who only sees magic as math, and we're going to study magic with Arel, who is from Folksong. So like her magic is just magical. Like I told her when she came to seasonal side, this side was boring to her. That's how much magic is going on. I will get you the hindsight thing. I will. And Midnight's going to be there. Midnight's heckin' cursed, and Charity's going to be there. And Charity's magic is from a different world entirely as well. So look forward to that, everybody.
The voting for the art fair ends like give or take in an hour. I wanted to give everyone who played, like who's actively playing in the game today, like time to go through and decide what they wanted to vote on. You can only do 1 vote per person.
Oh.
I can't help but notice there are a lot of votes for like the captain's one, and I really didn't think about that. So if the captain wins or is one of the like winning ones, I'm just gonna like ignore that one. Just because it did not occur to me you guys would vote for it, and I'm like, I don't need a gotcha. The captain can have whatever she wants.
What, you didn't expect us all to suck up to the captain?
I mean, fair enough. Alright, so that is it for us today. We will see you guys tomorrow for Love from the Other Side.
Do I break up less when I'm on push to talk?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
a lot
hilarious.
less.
I guess I'll just do this
Love
forever now.
that.
I'm so sorry.
Love that.
Alright, so we will see you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Caustic, it's gonna take me a minute to get you the thing because I gotta like block out spoilers, but you'll get it.
Bye, bye, bye.